Hello and welcome to Mama's Kitchen. Today we will be making strawberry preserves. First off, when we get ready to make them, we have to go out and buy our strawberries. Make sure you get some good smelling ones. And I get about 4 quarts, but it won't take quite 4 quarts. And what is left, I blend them up and I put sugar in them and I make ice cream topping. And I freeze that. And it's really good over ice cream. Anyway, I get my berries and I wash them and clean them and put them in the blender and blend them up till they're just liquefied. I pulsate it until I get them mashed a little bit. Then I just hit it. So I do that, put my berries in my pan. It has to be a tall pan because when it goes to boiling, it'll boil way up and you gotta stir constantly. You add your Sure-Jell and a little piece of butter to keep the foam down a little bit. Then you bring that to a boil, which it won't boil hard, it'll just bubble. And you stir it because you don't want it to stick and burn. You have to be very careful. And then when you get that to the point where you think you're ready to put the sugar, dump the whole bowl in there at one time. And you bring it to a rolling boil that cannot be stirred down. Now when that happens, you keep stirring constantly, and then you punch in 1 minute, cook time, 1 minute. When that's finished, we'll take them off, take them over to the cabinet and skim all the foam off of it. And then when you get the foam skimmed off, have your jars ready. To sterilize my jars, I put them in a pan, which got about that much water in it, and I put my jars upside down in that pan, and I boil them until you can't lay your hand on them. They're really, really hot. And that sterilizes those jars. After you get the foam skimmed off, you'll already have your jars sterilized and hot. And I put them in a cake pan, because that way if I spill a little bit of it, it's in the pan. But anyway, when you get that done, and this is a very important step, you wet a cloth and take your finger on that wet towel and go around the lip of that jar, clean all the sticky off. Then you got your lids in a pan that are boiling. And then you get one of them out at a time and put them on your jars and put your ring on it, tighten them down and bring them over here and set them on the cabinet. When they get cold, don't ever leave them on the shelf. Always freeze them. Because if you freeze them and when you get them out, 3 or 4 months later, they taste like you just made them. That's the important thing. I just hope that it's helpful for all of you, and thank you so much for watching. And I love you kids with all my heart and soul. And I hope someday when you're making your strawberry preserves, don't be afraid of them. Think of Mama when you do that. Maybe you can watch this video and think of Mama then. And think how much I have loved you. I love you all forever and ever. Oh yes, I forgot. And have a very, very Merry Christmas. And I hope it helps all of you. Love you guys. I was going to say amen, but I don't think that worked. In fact, we raised 2 acres of strawberries at one time. In fact, me and the children, and Papa too. In fact, I've got a picture of me in the strawberry patch. It was in the Springfield Sun at one time. Joy to the world, the Lord has come. Come on, girls, let's sing. You know how I am. I'm kind of spontaneous. I hope to God some of my kids take after me. I know I'm a nut, but that's all right. And heaven and nature sing. You know how I am. Oh, well, I could say amen. It wouldn't matter.